Notre Dame with the top 15 recruiting class. I'm Tom Werme, and this is the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday. Now joined by 24/7 Sports National Recruiting Director J.C. Shurburtt, who's been covering signing day for years. J.C., thanks for joining us.
Hey, it's good to be with you today.
All right, the tradition in South Bend usually translates to big-time recruits. Brian Kelly has one of the best classes again this year. Why is this class rated where it is?
Well, it's just a very solid class with a lot of good players. Those tend to be ranked a little higher. Really like what they did at linebacker. I think Notre Dame recruits for the last 3 or 4 cycles as well as anybody in the country at the linebacker position. And they've done it a lot with in-state guys. Josh Barajas from Indiana, Asmar Bilal from Indiana are 2 very good linebacker prospects from right there in the state that they signed. I think that when you look at that, it's just going to make that defense even better. I also like Tevin Coney, who they've taken out of Florida, sort of an undersized guy, but had a chance to see him at the Under Armour All-America game. Really good instincts, really good player. Of course, they got a quarterback for the future in Wimbush. Went to Las Vegas and got a tight end, Alizi Jones, who played at Bishop Gorman out there to kind of continue the tight end tradition at Notre Dame. It's really just a solid class, top to bottom, across the board.
You mentioned a lot of names there. Who maybe is the best player in the incoming class?
Well, I think the best football player is Tristan Hodge from Pocatello, Idaho. Actually, he's a guy that's going to play center at Notre Dame. A player that was a physically mature offensive line prospect, even as a freshman in high school. Not a lot of recruits come out of Idaho, but he was one of the best and committed to Notre Dame early. I think he's going to anchor the interior of that offensive line moving forward. Also like Dexter Williams, who they got today. He's one of the fastest running backs in the country out of the Orlando, Florida area. They beat Miami on him. Certainly that means Notre Dame now is stockpiling speed at running back, which is very important in today's game to not only have a lot of guys that can make plays, but also depth at that very important position.
It sounds like the Irish met a lot of their needs. Is there a sleeper player in there somewhere also?
Yes, I definitely think that this kid from Bolingbrook, Illinois, Micah Dew Treadway, 6'5", 275, bigger defensive end type. Notre Dame's had success developing guys like that. Illinois has always been very good to the Irish, and I think this is yet another kid from that state, from the land of Lincoln, that'll make Notre Dame fans proud. He's rated as a 3-star, number 30 strong side defensive end in the country according to 24/7 Sports composite rankings, so not terribly high. But I think you're going to hear the name Drew Treadway a lot moving forward during his career in South Bend.
JC, thanks for all the great insight on the Irish.
No problem.
I'm Tom Werme, and you're watching National Signing Day coverage on the ACC Digital Network, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday.